So one of the most common problems we have with our baseball and softball players is going to be that just from the act of throwing so frequently, their scapula will kind of, or their shoulder will kind of ride off the rib cage a little bit. Like if this is your rib cage, and this is your shoulder, it'll kind of pull off of it, or it'll pull up in the scapular winging kind of thing. So what we want to do to correct that is we want to do the scapula push-ups and also this thing called the Blackburns series. And what you're going to do here is you're going to get down on the ground. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Try to squeeze your scapula together as hard as you can and try to just kind of raise your arms off the ground. So it's really more about kind of retracting your scapula than it is about raising your arms. Because that's going to teach us to kind of have that good scapular stability where you can keep those scapula, instead of swinging up, we'll keep them down, kind of where they're supposed to be on the rib cage. So there's 6 different positions that you want to do. And they all kind of hit different muscle groups within the back. I'm just going to do 2 of each. Ideally, you should try to do 10 of each for 6-second holds. So the first one you're going to do is, well, first of all, I like to put something on the ground under my head because you want to try to keep your forehead down the entire time. And this it's got a little bit of thickness, so it keeps my nose from getting smushed on the ground. So what you want to do is try to put your forehead on something like this, or just on the ground. And try to keep your forehead down because I see some people do these and they'll kind of, they'll lift up like this and they really squeeze their lower back, but like a lot of the guys that I train, and kind of in general, will kind of have a very lordotic posture to begin with, so we kind of want to get away from that. So all we're working on is just kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together, not squeezing the lower back quite so much. So we're going to start with the arms at 90 degrees at the shoulder, palms facing down, and again, you're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift up. So you can see I start by squeezing and then I lift. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be that same angle, but now we're going to add external rotation at the shoulder. So here. So obviously not 6 seconds there, but that's just kind of to demonstrate. Then we're going to go, numbers 3 and 4 are going to be at 120 degrees at the shoulder instead of 90. So we're going to start here. So again, we're going to go into external rotation, same thing. We're going to get into the goalpost position, or like an L. So what we're going to do for this is try to squeeze your shoulders, lift your elbows up, and try to rotate your hands and kind of meet your elbows. You don't want to rotate and have your elbows drop. You try to keep the elbows high. So it would be like this. And the last one is going to be for mostly your lats. And what you're going to do is kind of put your hands down like this, always palms down. And instead of doing this type of thing, just try to get their hands high and they'll kind of roll forward. Try to squeeze your shoulders down and back like this. All while keeping the head down. So if you can do 10 of those for 6 seconds each, you'll be on your way to improving your shoulder mobility and your shoulder stability.